Rain pelted Derek Langston's windshield as he pulled into Sunrise Diner number 28. The CEO wore a trucker disguise, faded jeans, flannel, and a cap pulled low. On paper, this branch was profitable, but turnover was triple other locations and staff morale was basement-low. At 7:30 a.m., Derek entered and took a booth near the kitchen. Two male servers in pristine uniforms chatted leisurely, handling 4 tables between them. The third server, Cassie, moved efficiently, balancing 3 plates while managing 12 tables. Her uniform was worn, dark circles visible beneath her eyes. "Coffee to start?" Cassie asked, her smile genuine but exhausted. "Black as night," Derek replied as Walt, a retired trucker. "Our truckers delight special. 3 eggs, bacon, sausage, hash browns, and pancakes," she recited. "Perfect. Eggs over medium." Derek watched the dynamics. When customers paid by card at Cassie's tables, the male servers mysteriously processed the transactions. Through the kitchen window, manager Doug Henderson laughed with one server, his nephew Ryan. "You're working twice as hard as those fellas," Derek observed when Cassie returned. Her smile flickered. "It's just how schedules work out. Tips must be good at least." She dropped her voice to a whisper. "Morning shifts are the worst for tips, especially when we split them, but only certain people actually get them." Derek probed carefully. "Your daughter's moving here. Want to make sure she'd be treated right." Something broke in Cassie. "We're supposed to pool digital tips, but Doug created a system where only certain people get the digital POS. The rest of us are told cash will be evened out." She paused. "It never is. I've lost over $600 this month alone. Doug's nephew Ryan gets the favorable schedule and POS login. Regional management only talks to Doug. They don't care about someone like me." Derek left $40, 1 tip visible, 1 hidden under his cup. Outside, he called Mara Jenkins, head of internal investigations. "We have a serious situation. I need POS records, security footage, and complaints for 6 months. Complete discretion." At the Lakeside Inn, Mara's team revealed the scheme. Doug created an auxiliary server classification. Tips automatically route to the primary POS operator, Ryan, 67% of the time. Security footage showed Doug distributing cash unfairly while Cassie questioned him. Bank records revealed Doug's personal LLC receiving weekly deposits. 6 former employees confirmed the pattern, questioned tips, get punishment shifts, eventually quit. "We estimate $18,000 misappropriated last quarter," Luis reported. Derek outlined his plan. "Friday morning, breakfast rush. Everyone sees what happens when someone steals from my employees." Thursday, Derek and Mara returned as father and daughter. Cassie seemed surprised to see Walt again, but explained Ryan would be their server. Doug likes to rotate returning customers. Ryan took their order. Derek pulled out a prepaid loyalty card. "I'd like to pay with this and add a $50 tip. I assume all servers share equally." "Absolutely. Everyone gets their fair share," Ryan assured him. Back at the hotel, the team watched Derek's $50 tip get rerouted to Ryan's employee ID. Cassie's showed 0 allocation. "Got him," Luis confirmed. Friday at 8:45 a.m., 3 black SUVs arrived. The doors opened and executives filed in, followed by a tall man in a tailored suit that Cassie's coffee pot clattered. It was Walt, transformed into Derek Langston, CEO of Sunrise Restaurant Group. "Mr. Langston, we weren't expecting," Doug stammered. "Clearly," Derek replied coldly. "Ladies and gentlemen, I'm conducting an emergency review. Complimentary meals for everyone today." He addressed the stunned restaurant. "I visited Monday as a customer named Walt. What I discovered triggered a thorough investigation." Doug Henderson and Ryan Henderson approach. Derek laid out the evidence. "For 6 months, you've systematically diverted employee tips through POS manipulation. You created fraudulent classifications, intimidated staff, and intercepted complaints. $18,742.63 in misappropriated tips last quarter. We have transaction logs, testimony, video evidence, and our own test. Yesterday's $50 tip went to Ryan despite being on Cassie's table." Ryan's face went ashen. "Uncle Doug, you said no one would ever check. These are baseless accusations." Doug protested. "Theft is a crime," Derek stated. "You're both terminated. We're pressing charges. This is my restaurant. Doug shouted. No. You exploited loyal staff. They built this restaurant. Derek gestured to the servers. They deserve better. As the Hendersons were escorted out, Cassie stepped forward, tears streaming. You were never a trucker? No, Cassie. But everything I saw was real, including the theft of your tips. 1 month later, Derek returned. Cassie greeted him wearing a manager's pin. Good morning, Manager Taylor. She showed him the new transparent tip system with real-time dashboards. Every employee sees exactly what tips came in and how they're divided. No more disappearances. And your classes? Final semester starts next week. My promotion covered tuition, and the settlement from Doug and Ryan made up what they took. The Hendersons had agreed to full restitution plus penalties rather than face court. The anonymous reporting system you implemented has been a game changer, Cassie added. People feel safe speaking up. Derek stopped by the kitchen to greet staff. We're beating last quarter's numbers by 17%, Cassie said proudly. Happy employees create happy customers. Outside, Derek's phone buzzed. Another tip from Nebraska. Send a team. I'll meet them tomorrow. He replied. He glanced back at Sunrise number 28. Same sign, same building. But inside, everything had changed because one server dared speak truth to a stranger. The most important ingredients, Derek reflected, weren't on the menu. They were trust, dignity, and courage to stand up for what was right, even when no one important seemed to be watching.